In today's video, we're going to be talking about everything you missed from GTA 6's announcement, specifically some of the questions and answers that you might not have heard from CEO of parent company of Rockstar Games, Strauss Zelnick. So this is all sort of part of the media process that goes on anytime Take-Two Interactive does an earnings call. Usually you'll see CEO Strauss Zelnick do various interviews and whatnot, and up until this point, he really hasn't had a lot to say regarding Grand Theft Auto 6, but since Rockstar made their announcement thanks to Sam Houser, he actually was able to reveal a handful of details that were kind of interesting and that you certainly might have missed. Let's take a look at some of those from the interview with Jim Cramer on CNBC.
Okay, so let's talk about Grand Theft Auto. First, the current iteration, but then 6. First, I want people to understand, you not only do not rush a game, but it's entirely possible that Mr. Houser, whom I know is a genius, didn't even tell you that he's ready. Is he that independent?
We're very close colleagues, so no, that wouldn't be the way any well-run company operates. We work together very closely. That said, our labels do have a great deal of independence, and we not only encourage them to pursue creativity endlessly, we insist that they pursue their passions. And look, Grand Theft Auto 5 was released 10 years ago. It's sold in over 190 million units. It continues to be a powerful force in the business today. Something like that is worth waiting for.
So one of the things I found interesting here is he said that him and Sam Houser have a really good relationship, and it doesn't seem as if this announcement was sort of sprung on Strauss Zelnick by surprise. Now, the reason I think that's a little bit interesting is I actually don't believe Rockstar had plans on announcing the game that day originally. I think they were responding to a leak, and they didn't want the leak to be the main story. They wanted to control the narrative. So in case you guys are wondering what I'm talking about 12 hours before Rockstar made the announcement that they were going to be revealing the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer in early December, there was a leaked article that came out on Bloomberg from Jason Schreier that essentially said Rockstar plans to announce Grand Theft Auto 6 this week and provide a trailer next month. And in that article, Jason Schreier said the people who he interviewed asked to not be identified because they weren't authorized to speak publicly. So I do believe they have good communication because I feel like a decision like that had to be made rather swiftly, especially if they were trying to get ahead of the Bloomberg Jason Schreier leaks. But I still found that to be kind of cool that they do have a good working relationship. It's kind of nice to see some of the behind the scenes stuff with Rockstar, Take-Two Interactive, and Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, another thing that Strauss Zelnick goes on to say is about how AI is going to impact GTA 6, and that is sort of the hot topic of 2023. Everyone likes talking about AI, how useful it might be, how controversial it might be. This is what he has to say about AI and how Rockstar are going to use that in GTA 6.
Okay, so, first of all, I'm sure the iteration is going to be amazing. But second, please, because you are both at the intersection of technology and entertainment, talk about what the technology might mean for in the last 10 years what's happened, because I think that may be the trick to why this is going to be the greatest selling game of all time. And those who are worried about sluggish, the downbeat bookings are going to miss the next 60 points.
So, we always want our labels to talk about their upcoming properties. Right. You're right, though, that technology has advanced greatly since Grand Theft Auto 5 was released. That was literally 3 console cycles ago.
Oh, my God, NVIDIA. What was NVIDIA doing then?
And it remains the standard bearer for the industry now. That's extraordinary. So, yes, my hopes and expectations are very high.
Now, is it possible, as some of my friends at NVIDIA tell me, that there could be some things lurking inside that we never thought, kind of like Free Guy, where people who are non-players may turn out to be not as much non-players as you think?
Well, again, I wouldn't talk about any particular title. I do think that generative AI is going to change the nature of what we do, and I think it'll change the nature of many of our games in the future, all to the good for players and consumers. I think your point, Jim, is that could indeed broaden the market because to the extent that the experience is more compelling and more welcoming, we already have 2.5 billion people on the face of the earth who play video games. Maybe that number goes up.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking, is that what will happen is that my nephew will say, Uncle Jumbo, have you seen this game? I'll say, no, of course I've seen the game. He says, no, you haven't seen. I want you this character, that. I think it's a word of mouth for the next iteration that can make it so big.
I think there's enormous opportunity ahead, and we are already the fastest growing industry in the entertainment business. And I think the business is likely to accelerate, and technology is part of that. Not all of it, but part of it.
Now, back to the subject of AI, Strauss Zelnick did talk about that and how he plans to use it in GTA 6. In an interview with Inverse, he said it may be better, but it almost certainly will not be faster and cheaper. But he goes on to say this could be extremely useful in their games for NPCs, specifically in Grand Theft Auto 6, saying everyone's working on that. You're a playable character, you're interacting with the non-playable character. The interaction is currently scripted, and the non-playable characters are generally not very interested. You can imagine all the NPCs becoming really fun and interesting. So if you thought the NPCs were pretty dynamic in Red Dead Redemption 2, I think there's going to be a massive improvement to that in Grand Theft Auto 6. And there was more questions regarding AI on Take-Two Interactive's Q2 2024 earnings call that happened the other day. There was a Q&A question part at the very end, and someone asked Strauss Zelnick about AI and how that was going to be used in the next GTA. And this is what Strauss Zelnick had to say.
Thank you, Mike. Look, we've been in the AI business since the dawn of this industry. Our entertainment properties are created largely in and by computers, and we value tools, and we create those tools internally, and we license external tools as well. And the new developments in AI are really exciting, and I've said publicly and repeatedly that I believe that they'll help create efficiency and in certain instances allow us to do things that we haven't been able to do before. But it's going to allow that for our competitors as well. So I think the tool sets that come out of these recent developments will be commoditized quickly, and the efficiencies that we see, others will see. Do I think that generative AI is going to make hit games? No. Do I think that the need for creative people will go away? Absolutely not. I think if anything, better tool sets just raise the bar. They give us the opportunity to do more and do better. So the changes will be menial work probably is reduced or eliminated. High level work is enhanced in importance. So I think you'll see shifts in what we can do with our games. So you mentioned product. I think you'll see some shifts in product, positive ones, I hope. And you mentioned productivity, and I think you will for sure see some shifts in productivity, but I'm not sure those shifts will drop to the bottom line, because typically when we've generated productivity with tool sets, we've just set our sights higher. And that's our story. Our strategy is to be the most creative, the most innovative, and the most efficient company in the business, and AI, I think, probably ticks all three boxes. But don't expect the price tags to go down. Just expect everything to get better, and competition probably to become more intense for people who are not able to avail themselves of the resources that we can afford. With regard to the expected trailer that Sam Hauser posted about today, we're as excited as anyone else. Do I think there'll be an impact on our catalog revenue? Potentially. Things are already going really well in that space. And with regard to GTA Online, it's what an amazing story that here we are 10 years later after the initial release, and GTA Online is going strong. Why is it going strong? Because it's phenomenal, and because Rockstar continues to supply content and updates and engage consumers and entertain them more effectively than, frankly, anyone else in the business. As long as we keep doing that, we'll be very well positioned indeed.
Now, the next question that Strauss Zelnick received was regards to Grand Theft Auto 6 and a potential actor strike, and would that slow down the production of the next GTA game? And this is what Strauss Zelnick had to say regarding how Rockstar would handle something like that, and it's honestly good news.
Negotiations are expected to resume next week. We're optimistic. We value all of our talent greatly, and we value excellent labor relations, and we're looking forward to reaching an agreement that serves everyone well. That's always been my approach. I've been involved with labor negotiations in every entertainment industry there is in my career, and they've always worked out just fine. In the event that they don't work out just fine, now we are completely protected.
So I'll leave links to all those interviews in the description, as well as a transcript of the Take-Two Interactive earnings call. It's a really cool way to see a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff regarding these announcements, as well as a lot of the things you missed and sort of the finite things that you can pick up on from these interviews. Again, I'll leave links to those in the descriptions, but let me know what you think about what Strauss-Zelnick had to say regarding Grand Theft Auto 6 and all the things you missed that came outside the Newswire post that Sam Hauser put out. Let me know what you're thinking in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on and enjoyed this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel from now until the trailer comes out and, of course, beyond. There's going to be so much cool content here on the channel, and I don't want you guys to miss out, so stay tuned for that. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.